Welcome to Jesus meditation. We'll begin with the invocation of Hazrat Inayat Khan towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. Alayala, do you want to say it in Russian?
Единому, совершенству любви, гармонии, красоты, единственно сущему, объединяясь со всеми просветленными душами, которые образуют воплощение Мастера, путеводный дух.
Amen. Thank you. So we're going to visit the elemental breaths. And I will put in the chat window for you Aramaic attunement to these words, to these elements, the living beings that will bring into our awareness through our breath. So we'll begin with the breath of earth. It's breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. When we breathe in, we'll breathe in Allah, which is the source of all the divine reality, all pervading reality. And breathing out our attunement to earth, the stability of the ground beneath us, the soil that nourishes us, the bones, structure of our body. Breathing in Allah through the nose, and breathing out our through the nose. Attune to the element of water and breathing in through the nose, Allah, and breathing out through the mouth, Maya. Attuning to the flow of life, the flow of water and life through the blood vessels, through the heart, moisture between ourselves and within ourselves. And the same all around us and here in this one, trees, the downpours of rain. Through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And tuning to the elements of fire, breathing in through the mouth, Allah, and breathing out through the nose, Nora. Nora can also mean light or the fire that's radiating and bringing clarity and intelligence. The passion and fire that's in our hearts, the warmth of the sun. Breathing in alaha through the mouth, and breathing out nura through the nose. Tuning to the element of air, breathing in through the mouth, alaha, and breathing out through the mouth, ruha. Tuning to that holy breath, the air that you can feel in your skin that we breathe in, the breath of life, ruha. Breathing in, alaha, through the mouth, and breathing out, ruha, through the mouth. We'll tune to the breath of ether. This is a refined, easy breath through the nose or through the nose and mouth, wherever feels natural, comfortable. And we're breathing in, alaha, and we're breathing out, alaha. Tuning to that source, giving gratitude to the source of all of these elements that make us who we are in this earthly life, and attuning to it all around us and feeling that connection, knowing that it all comes from alaha. We'll say the Lord's Prayer together in Aramaic. It's in the chat window if you need it. Avun Labashmaya, Nek Kodesh Te Malkuta, Nahwe Saviana Chaikana, Dabashmaya Afbarba, Havlan Lachma Desunkanan Yalmana, Washbalchan Chalbain Wachtahain, Aikana Dafkanan Shachan Lachayawe, Wela Tatlan Laneshuna, Ela Patsan Menbisha, Metol de Lachi Malkuta, Wahaila Wateshbukta, La Alam Almin. Ah. So this morning, we're going to be attuning to some parable teachings on light. So as we continue on in the book of Matthew and also in Sadi's book of the Aramaic Jesus, we're attuning to some of the stories, the parables, or the stories that are have some teaching and sometimes esoteric meanings behind them. So today the parable teachings will be on light, Nora. And so I'll do a little reading from this book and do some embodying attunement to it. So, letting light be light. Some of Yeshua's best known parables and sayings have to do with light, the Aramaic Nura, which I mentioned earlier in this chapter. The light we see through our eyes is only one form of this. In the Aramaic sense, Nura is revealed through the rest of our senses, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting, and what we today call body awareness. Only through it do we know or recognize anything. From this point of view, we don't see with our eyes or hear with our ears. We see and hear by means of them. What sees? Who sees within us? What gathers and organizes all the myriad impressions we receive every moment into distinct objects, as well as into our perception of ourselves? Yeshua calls this gathering process in us Hakima, which, as we have seen, is usually translated wisdom, and is identical with the holy wisdom in Hebrew Chokhmah, or better, sacred sense. Our personal perception is this sacred sense acting through us, just as our breathing is part of a holy breath. So we're going to read a couple of verses from Matthew, first being from Matthew 5:15. Neither do they light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. This follows from the previous saying. The word translated candle here is really a lamp. The Aramaic shraga, an enclosure that allows the light of guidance, shra, to grow or expand, ga. The word usually translated bushel is satta, literally some sort of container for measuring, or in this case, for limiting the light. The candlestick, manarta, is an embodiment of the fire and light that allows both to spread and extend their influence. Simply put, we are not meant to limit or measure our light, but to allow the light of reality to shine through us in a clear, unveiled way. And I just wanted to let you know I lit the Shirog lamp for today with our attunement to light, obviously related to Shraga, as he was mentioning. But not hiding it, not limiting it, letting it shine. All right. So then we'll take the final part of Matthew 5:16, phrase by phrase, since it's often quoted. Let your light so shine before men. Chakana ninhar nerchon kadam banesha. Here and now, Hakana, let the light and fire radiate, ninhar nerkon, from before, the Aramaic kadam, a word indicating a position not simply in space, but also in time. Here, kadam refers to the first unfolding of fire and light in the cosmos. This references the let there be light moment in the Genesis creation story. Yeshua recommends that we allow this original light to illuminate our temporary lives with and within humanity ba, humanity, and nasha, not men, but the impermanent, fragile form of human existence. The next line is that they may see your good works. Denesun abadechun tauba. Other human beings, or the part of us that recognizes our impermanence, will be illuminated as though by a flash of lightning. Nesun, a word we saw in Matthew 6 Beatitude, by ripe, present to the moment, thalba, or works, abade. Abade also means service or anything done with conscious devotion to allow the source of creation to come through one, which is what the next phrase reinforces. And glorify your Father which is in heaven. Wa neshabun la'abhun dabashmaya. And wa, others, or our own nafsha, are then glorifying the parenting behind the cosmos. Glorify is neshabun, from sabah, to return sound or song to its source. We saw a form of this in the word at the end of Yeshua's prayer. So I'm going to put in the chat window that line all together that I just read in parts. Say it all together. Hana ninhar nerchon kadam banesha denesun abadechon thauba wa neshabun la'abchon debashmaya. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. And another way of reading that verse is, allow the light within which you were and are created to shine naturally, illuminating from the first beginning, from your whole human self, radiating within all humanity. They and you now see unfolding through your works of service and love, done in just the right moment, a reminder that the Creator itself is really nurturing the cosmos each moment, unfolding a universe of sound and light. The other verse that we visited was neither do they light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So let your light shine before humanity, that they may see your good works and glorify your parent, which is in heaven or in the cosmos. So we're gonna focus on this embodied practice of just a few words from these two different verses. So we'll focus on Shraga, which again is that flame, the candle, the lamp that brings clear vision to a situation. And then Manarta, which is the fire that radiates, that expands out through this light and fire and service of love. And then Ninhar Nirkum, which is the focusing on being that channel of that light and that clarity, letting that love become a stream that flows through you, that's been there from your birth, from the birth of the cosmos. So I think we'll For Shraga, you just want to hold what can feel like a lamp or a light in front of the heart. So you'd say Shraga, Minarta, let that radiate out. Minarta. And then Ninhar Nirkun, hands on the heart. Just allowing, again, that clarity and light and radiance to become a stream within your heart, just feeling it radiating there, the source of that knowledge and light and clarity and fire. So, Shraga Minarta Ninhar Nirkum. 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 Shraga Minarta Nirnar Nirkum. Shraga Minarta Ninhar 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 Nirkum. Shraga Minarta Nin Har Nurku. Shraga Minarta Nin Har Nurku. Shraga Minarta Nin Har Nurku. 2 more times. Shraga Minarta Nin Har Nurku. Shraga Minarta Nin Har Nurku. And continue on the breath. You can keep your hands on your heart if you wish, or just focusing on breathing in Nin Har Nurkun and breathing out Nin Har Nurkun. Focusing on bringing that focused light within the heart, feeling it radiate, noticing what clarity it might bring. Just rest in that stream of love from the original source of light. Breathing in Nin Har Nurkun and breathing out Nin Har Nurkun. Neither do they light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light shine before humanity, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Hachana ninar nokun karam banesha, denesun abede kun tauba, wanesh abrun abakun devashmai. Allow the light within, which you were and are created, to shine naturally, illuminating from the first beginning your whole human self, radiating within humanity. They and you now see unfolding through your works of service and love, done in just the ripe moment, a reminder that the Creator itself is really nurturing the cosmos each moment, unfolding a universe of sound and light. And before I pause the recording for chat, if there is any, I feel inspired to sing a song that I sang a lot growing up in the Christian church based on this verse. Sing along if you know it. You'll catch up. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Won't let anyone it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let anyone it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let anyone it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. All right. Thank you. I love your charade candle there, Aliella. Thank you for joining me in that. Of course, you have it right there handy. All right, I'm gonna pause for a moment, the recording. Thank you, friends. Let's close with the prayer Appear by Hazrat Inayat Khan, tuning to our guides and teachers. Inspirer of my mind, consoler of my heart, healer of my spirit. Thy presence lifteth me from earth to heaven. Thy words flow as a sacred river. Thy thought riseth as a divine spring. Thy tender feelings waken sympathy in my heart. Beloved teacher, thy very being is forgiveness. The clouds of doubt and fear are scattered by thy piercing glance. All ignorance vanishes in thy illuminating presence. A new hope is born in my heart by breathing thy peaceful atmosphere. O inspiring guide, through life's puzzling ways, in thee I feel abundance of blessing.